Once again, I apologise for being late. My bad. Time just always seems to run away from me, especially today. I obviously was busy making that video, and I thought I'd have enough time to finish it and then do what I need to do, and then one of those things where like you finish what you need to do, and something else comes up, and then before you know it, you're like 20 minutes late. So I apologise for that. Sub is out till tomorrow or the 3rd. That's no worries. We'll be here waiting for you when you come back. All good? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I hate being late. I know, obviously, I get ragged on a wee bit for it, but generally today I just tried my best, but I couldn't make it in time, but it is what it is. But I hope the mini video that I popped out was at least decent. Hopefully at least gave you a wee bit of entertainment while you were waiting. Farm with the FC, be here in spirit. No worries. Still try to progress past what you were on before. I wish you the best of luck. Praetorium pain. Yeah. To be fair, I've not ran it as much as I could. I think Rukai's ran it, like, it's got to be at least 106 times by now. Hey, El Piccolo, how you doing? Good to see you. Now you're not able to get into the game today, but here to watch. No worries. As long as you're hanging out, that's all good. Oh yeah, before we start, I got a comment today on one of my videos which made me laugh, and I felt I've got to show it off. How was a visit with your mum? Oh, my Modi. Felt like nothing has ever changed. It was good to be back. I was so glad to see her back in the story. Even if it was only for a small, small wee bit. I enjoyed it. But, I got a comment on one of my videos today. I need to show it off, because it made me laugh. See if I can pull up. There we go. Check that comment out. It made me laugh. I apologise for having a Scottish accent. But truth be told, I'm probably actually one of the easiest to understand Scottish people out there. Amazing, aye. It was fantastic. Too bad the video wasn't English, I would have watched. Too Scottish for them, I know. I'll just do the American accent going forward. Hey gamers, welcome to my video. In today's video, we're gonna go and do the Praetorium. Like that. Would you guys prefer if I just did that? Going forward? What's Vancouver gonna do today? I don't really like that guy. Like that. I should just start talking like that at all times. I'm still saying we. I know. I feel like I did say we quite a lot during that last video. There's a wee thing over there, and you've got to go down there just a wee bit. You know, all that. So yeah, that was my highlight of the day so far. Was that comment? Prepare for American Jordy. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this, right? But see if you try to, if you say space ghetto in a Scottish accent, it sounds like an American saying Spice Girl. So it's Spice Ghetto. Try that at home right now. In an American accent, say Space Ghetto, and it'll sound like an American saying, is that American? American person saying Spice Girl. Spice Ghetto. You see? So yeah. So obviously the plan today is we're going to go and finish off the Omega raids. There's a good number of us here. We might be able to actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. May need a couple wee swapsies so everyone can get in, but roughly everyone should be able to pack in no problem. I tried and just had a crappy French accent. Hey. Hey, Frenchy, you are French, are you not? So that makes sense. I mean, I tried the French accent during the Valentine's Day event. My god. I don't even know if that could be classed as a French accent. More like an assault to the ears. Be around later? Yeah, no worries. We'll probably take all night to actually finish them off, but that's the plan, is to actually finish them all off today. You do speak, you're Belgian, but you do speak French? Oh, okay, fair enough. God, you put us all to shame. All of us only know one language. And apparently mine is not English, apparently. But anyways, I'm gonna go and get stuck back in. I forgot that you guys can't actually come in here. So, I'll head in. Say hello to Alpha. Say hello to Nero. And Sid. And say hello to the kettle. Fantastic. Right. So, who wants in the team? Who wants in the squad? Who's up for doing Sigmascape version 3? You know, 1.5, that's 1.5 more than most of us, to be honest. Feeling strong, of course. Oh yeah, anyone who's in a party might need to back out, so I can quickly invite you. Trying to learn French, Spanish and Japanese. It's quite a tall order. You should probably prioritise one. The one you want to learn the most. And then go from there. On insult. Oh, you're in a party. Only Sigmas. You know, we're always on that Sigma grind set, you know? I don't even sleep. I just go and lie in bed for a minute, then get back up. And then I go back on the grind, as they say. Not in a party anymore, no worries. No need to shout, Sal. I can see you. There we go. That's 4, so we need 4 more. Spanish St. Sans is Mexican? Okay. Didn't catch that. Can you speak a little louder? Who's do you want in? Oh, no, sorry, I don't mean to add you to the blacklist, sorry. My mistake. I actually might send you a friend request. Because I know you were here the last time. There we go. The toast is set on the fire alarm. The fire alarm's just saying, man, that's good toast. It's just letting you know. And if we were like, our smoke alarm in our house just kept going off every time you make toast, you wouldn't even burn it. It would be just slightly golden and the fire alarm would just go nuts. So I might have took a golf club to it and destroyed it. Oh no, Cooler Estinian. He's left the cheer scad. Oh no, hope he's alright. Ours is like that too. Yeah, I just don't know. Oh, Amza, were you not in? Okay. Don't worry about Stinny, he'll be fine. He's too busy doing ASMR to the eyes. Okay. So we've got 5 of us. We need 3 more. Who's feeling strong and wants in? Who's available? You ready, Amzo? No worries. Hey, Frangie, you want in? They'll be back when they're relevant. You try to say Estinian is not relevant? He's relevant here at all times. Just making sure alts aren't taking up space. Yeah, I mean we probably could go through and clear it out, but there's been no need recently. Oh, mate. I think it's you and Saku are in a party. If you disband that, I can invite you both if you want. Or Yuki, you want in? I've been told we're about halfway through these, so I for some reason thought that there was going to be about like 4 blocks of fights. But apparently it's only 3. Are you able to get to the PS5 right now? Yeah, no worries. There's always going to be plenty more times for streams and hanging out and doing content. It's absolutely no problem. Estinian is always watching. I did see that there was a video, apparently the voice actors making cakes. I didn't watch it because I wasn't sure if maybe there was going to be spoilers in it. Because maybe one of the voice actors would say something one of the characters did. And obviously I'm not there yet. The ending music is from Endwalker Raid. Okay. That's fair enough. If there's no spoilers, then I can watch it at some point. Because I mean, I have seen a couple of memes on Twitter on that. Like, apparently things the voice actors were doing. People went and drew the actual characters doing the same like actions in that. Like apparently Thancred's got like red on his hands. It looks like blood and all that. But yeah, just avoided it because I didn't want to get spoiled. Safe to watch it? Okay. I'll probably watch it later on. Probably watch it before I go to bed. Okay, we just need one more. What's the actual comp? DPS, 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 tank. Ooh, 2 Dark Knights. Healer and DPS, I think. One more healer. Okay. So if there's any strong healers out there, let me know. Some of the chocobos they made for the cake look like monsters. You know what? If you're not doing it a bit scuffed, then you know what are you doing? Just memeing this dark has never done this as a tank. Gets you practice, you know. I'd like to come back to this content one day, obviously as a tank, and just try actual tanking it. But for now, I'll just keep rolling as a samurai. Can heal 2 if a tank wants to join. We've got... Or are you the one that's tanking? Yeah. Saku, you can heal. Fantastic. Saku comes in clutch. Oh. But first, orange juice. There we go. Okay, well, this looks like hell. So, yeah. Let's see what it's like. Oh. Might have forgotten to make it minimum item level. Ah, well. As long as we don't do it for the final ones, we should be okay. Oh, it's the sprites from Final Fantasy VI. I don't remember you from Final Fantasy VI. A host of different combat programs. Try and keep a track of what does what. Interesting. I just like Frog in the background. Ready for battle. Even without Minimator, this one could be a doozy. People don't know the mechanics. Oh no. That person is me. Oh well. We'll give it a go. How bad can it be? God, it is like we're in hell. There's even a pool of fire down there. Somehow I already took damage and I was miles away from him. Oh, that'll be it. He shot out his bum. Load. Okay, I think that's that Dalamud. So he's gonna get his moves now. Yeah. Okay, it's just a little knockback, not too bad. Nothing crazy so far. Oh god. Okay, you guys are standing in them, I'll stand in it too. I have no idea what happened. I was already standing in one, I seen you guys standing in it, so I just thought, you know what? I'll do what you guys are doing. Oh shit, there's Dalamud himself. I get something red over me. Oh. Nearly got hit by that again. I learned it. Oh, that's the wee flying machines that we had in the painting one. So is he gonna float above the ground? Do we float above the ground? No? Thought he may have took flight there. Missiles. There's some missiles there. Oh. So they come from all angles. Right. Oh no, tank's down. Yeah, I think it's those missiles. It's kind of hard to see. I didn't realise they were coming from that side as well. Okay. Oh, he's getting the squid man now. Oh, shit. Nah, I wasn't quick enough there. Tentacle simulation? Oh no. I've seen enough Japanese animes to know where this is going. Oh my god. Yo, is this Splatoon? Oh, this is Squid Man himself. This guy's just raining down damage. There we go. Where's he going now? Is that no the boss from Google Library? It is. Not sure what happened there. I don't know if I was meant to go and grab another one. Right, go away, you. Bibliotaff. There we go. Right. Okay, it's the flying one again. So I'm guessing the missiles are going to spawn again. I'm stuck. Okay, no missiles. Air Force. Did I just not notice that enemy before? Yo, was that Air Force One? Is that Joe Biden? Okay, there's the missiles. Okay. I think I'm good if I just stand here. Okay, I need to move. May's got a green check for. I'm not sure what that was for. You know what? I'm gonna limit break. Why not? What could possibly go wrong? Damn, he survived. Sorted. First try. Proximity AoE appears right next to me. Aye, the game absolutely heard me. It was like, oh yeah, you think you're safe? Bet. That wasn't too bad. Pray for the fallen. Okay. We pray for the fallen. Oh, it's pissed. Sorry, everyone just gather around. No one's left behind. DC in the last 5. Ah. It's alright, we're here with you in spirit. Oh. I don't know if I got a photo just before you disappeared there. Gone without a trace. Thanos snapped out of existence. Kettle. Still in action. Nero. Yeah, I wonder what happened to him. I wonder if like a cyborg worm or something went up his nose. And it's attacking him from the inside or something. Because we didn't actually see what actually attacked him. So I feel like it's something that might have went in him. Congratulations, old friend. Judging by the lack of smoke and holes, I'd say you have a natural talent for avoiding laser beams. Is that fucking sarcasm, Sid? This is what passes for straightforward battle in here. Phantom trains, possessed pictures, and now this Magitech-like machine. Assuming it was real, the realm that Sigma was based on must have been highly advanced in both arcane and mechanical arts. It is truly a pity we cannot identify the test world origin. It's Final Fantasy VI, Sid. I'm pretty sure you were in that game too somewhere. Imagine how much we had to learn from such a civilization had we encountered it under different circumstances. But now's not the time for such idle thoughts. The next battle will be the last for this world, and Nero should have a strategy to share with us by now. If he's not on the verge of death. Test World of Ruin. Said was in every game somewhere. I can't remember where he was in Final Fantasy VI. I don't even know if I got that far to him. This is it. The final battle to conquer the cough Sigmascape. Sid staring at him. I think Sid knows something's wrong with him. We put together a profile of your next opponent. Ah, there we go. We encountered some fantastical foes in there, but this time you'll have a novel experience of fighting an actual person. His name is Kefka, and he's a jester. An absolute clown of a man. According to the data, his preferred mode of fooling didn't just bring the house down, but the whole world. Apparently he found comedy in the tragedy of others, and condemned countless thousands to death for his own amusement. He's a bit of a bastard, that Kefka, not gonna lie. He's got the whole damn circus. Nero's face looking kind of fucked up. I don't know why, but it kind of looked a bit purple. I don't know if I'm just imagining it. That a jester should bring such misery. 'Tis almost amusing. His forehead looks a bit purple. Am I just seeing things? Oh no, don't tell me he's going to turn purple again. Sid, how come not Sid. Nero, how come every time we hang out with you, you always turn purple? Why'd you keep doing that? Nevertheless, we must treat this villain with all seriousness. His rise to godhood and subsequent rule over a shadowed world is clearly documented in the records. Kefka is a formidable mage, and a cunning one besides. Your tactics must account for both his power and his trickery. You've been working on a solution, yes? Will it be enough? Will it be enough? You ever known me to do anything by halves? The jester's face paint is a mask for his intent. If you only watch the surface, you'll be fighting at a disadvantage. To put it bluntly, Kefka will seek to deceive you, even as you predict his actions and adjust your position. His true attack will reveal the fate for what it is. Oh, so is it going to be kind of like whenever there's like obviously like an AoE attack, it's going to be like you have to actually stand in it instead of avoiding it, and that's going to be the trick. Is your brain obviously says move away from it, but you actually need to stand in it. Is that where the tricks come from? You purple reminds me of Willy Wonka. You just really want purple Nero back. I want Nero to be the purple guy from Five Nights at Freddy's. This is where things become interesting. I've turned this monitor to allow me to observe the Sigmascape with greatly enhanced clarity. Oh my god, he's turned it into a 4K monitor. If I observe a discrepancy between Kefka's behaviour and impending attack, I will endeavour to warn you. The timing will be critical, of course. How confident are you of this strategy? Yeah, his forehead looks purple as fuck. That can't be my imagination. I predict a 50% chance of success. Any day, however slight, when reacting to his fence will render my warnings all but pointless. Isn't it exciting? There's no safe way to practice this, hero. We must test our tactics on the field of battle. Okay. Gonna punch my fist and nod my head. I'm afraid he's right. I'll lend you all the support I can from the side. Make what preparations you need and head into Sigmascape. We can't let this jester have the last laugh. Get it? Because Kefka's laugh is iconic. Ha. Embrace your destruction is the fate of all things, but people can always rebuild, and new lives will always be born. Is that poetry? A fragmented conversation that accompanied Kefka's data. His was the first line, but there was no mention of who uttered the reply. Was that the bite of 87? In life, there is always hope. Neo just says, shut the fuck up. How predictably forthright of you. I'm sure it was a hero much like yourself who gave the original response. Go on, champion. I tire of waiting for the fun to begin. Wonder if that was obviously like I said, I've not actually beat Final Fantasy VI, but I wonder if it was the Terra. The female protagonist who said that. Oh, Alpha's looking at Sid. I think Alpha knows what's going on, or he thinks something's wrong. Okay, right. Kettle. Okay. So guys, you guys ready to fight Kefka? Yeah, Pussy, you still in? If anyone wants support, just May, you want out of here? You don't want to fight Kefka? Well, give it a minute. If anyone wants to swap in with May, then by all means. I think May's playing as a DPS, so you can come in as a DPS. You're back, yeah, good. Yeah, Lyle wants in, so May, if you want to jump out, then by all means, you can. Come back for 010. Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to say okay. So yeah, Lyle can jump in. I'll invite you to the party. There we go. Fantastic. Alright, let's get in here. Let's see what this is like. Omega Red 10. Okay. You'll be clown gaming time. Good luck. I might need it. There's the bastard. I wield the greatest power in existence. Clown! You may as well be the dirt on the bottom of my boots, or the dirt starts at the bottom of that dirt. Do the laugh. I'll destroy everything. I'll create a monument to non-existence. There it is. I like how they just used the one from the Super Nintendo. Literally just the same sound effect. But then again, if they actually made a new sound effect, people would go, why didn't you just use the Super Nintendo one? It's iconic. Oh my god, he's gonna shoot us. Who's the real clown around here? It's a bit of a contest of our portraits. Right. Oh, battle commencing. 3, 2, 1. Right, boys, let's go. Oh, that's cool. It's like a circus. Like his wee bit on the ground. That's cool. Flagrant fire. Okay, I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm just going to keep backing up every time he does something. Oh. Oh. Figured out my tails, have you? Is this where he gets tricky? Starts changing up his attacks. Okay, I'm going to guess you go into the bit. Yeah, it's the complete opposite now. They kind of telegraphed it a bit much with the exclamation marks. There's no stage on you. Oh, did you die? Oh. Well, that's cool. And now it's playing the boss battle music. I think it's Dancing Mad. Yeah, Lyra, you got it. Oh, that's a big energy bolt. Oh, that do be a shockwave. I should have watched for him. He literally said blow them all away. Cheers, Moneybags. So I was about to say, is that not what Kefka looks like when he becomes a god at the end? When he becomes purple as well, just like Nero. Twist it. Timely teleport. Oh shit. Alright, note to self, when he does that, watch out. Okay, arrow assault, that does the knockback as well. Okay. Oh, come on, man. Hit by the shockwave again. A few of us get hit there. Oh, indeed. So, guys, how we doing? That laugh is just too iconic to change, yeah. I mean, it'll be weird the day if they ever do a Final Fantasy VI remake. It'll be like, what do you do with the voice? Oh my god, man. Just spawned already getting hit. I mean, so far it's just been that shockwave. Gonna go behind him so we don't get hit by that thing he does. The big beam. There we go. Look at him running. I didn't realise he actually runs like that. What an absolute clown of a man. Like, every time it does that graven image, it gives me the fear. So I feel like I'm gonna get knocked back. This is okay. Okay, I feel like we've just entered like the next phase. What now? Okay, this is fine. I'll just stay here. And that's fine. Okay, another teleport. Okay. Oh. Someone failed that. I thought he didn't do his big beam attack though. That's what he's been doing so far. Also, I don't really know if I should use the limit break free because, I don't know, got a feeling some of us might die. And then we'll kind of be like, oh no, we need the healer limit break free to revive us all. I suppose it's not at free yet. It's just about to be though. Is that Moneybags using the red mage level 3? Of course. How's that not just an insta-kill move? There we go. First try. See ya, loser. Got a flashbang the gang? Yeah. Because I mean, when else are you going to get to do the red mage limit break free? When you're just doing pugs. The whole team would be like that. No red mage, do not use your limit break free. In this group, we encourage it. We encourage it. There we go. That Sigma grind set is done. Red mage tradition, of course. Wind up Kefka. Dancing Mad. And all the rest I ain't bothered about. Honestly, all he had for us was that knockback. That's the only thing that actually killed people, I think. Well, it's the only thing that killed me anyway. Also, I just clocked the for a dark night, it's not very dark. But, I mean, no one's beaten Sal's Glam. I mean, let's be honest. Now you two can have a clown minion. I'm sure I've got something who's pretty clown-like in here. Yeah, look, I've got Hildebrand. And Magni. A light knight. Don't know how many reses you've done there, since that's more you've done since you started the game. Alright, Moneybags. You don't have to call it like that. That we all couldn't stop getting knocked off the platform. I suppose that's also true, yeah. Are you just basically playing as a paladin at that point? A light knight. That's it, isn't it? He's won. Blip. The contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. The Sigmascape test world will now be erased. Come on, we should go and find Desmond. Oh god, Nero's dead. He faints. Oh no, his glasses came off and everything. Talk to me, man. Are you hurt? Oh yeah, he's purple. He's becoming the purple man again. You could say that. I had a visitor while you were attending your little ironworks reunion. I am in excruciating pain. Damn it, we should never have left you alone. Not after what happened to Biggs and Wedge. You know what? If Omega was going to try and, like, you know, attack a teammate to really give me stress, then he should have started with Nero, not Biggs and Wedge. As if I were trail on behind you like some snivelling lapdog. No, I chose to remain, and behold the results. This was my victory. It was my ingenuity that defeated these foes. Even your precious warrior of light, cough, was just another variable in my grand experiments. I mean, he's not wrong, to be fair. Like, every fight we've had where it's been some kind of like gimmick, it's been him who's actually made something to, you know, actually get us past it. Like the one with the anti-gravity gimbal and even the paintbrush, and that he made it. Garland. I'm purple. The next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter that brilliant mind of yours and do what must be done. And I'm not just talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology and keep yourself locked up in chains. Here, what you two do on a Friday afternoon is none of our business, alright? Oh, this chain talk. That's some shitty eyeshadow. Look, he's just learned how to, what foundation is, alright? Hey, buddy. It's like me when I talk to my dog. I'm like, hey, buddy. Garland, I love you, but I also hate you. But I hate that I love you. Also, Midgard Sommer's here. Another battle won. Thy might know of no bounds, child of man. Blip, the Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Desmond Doomfist. He's so precious. If anything bad happens to him, I'll kill everyone in this room. Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior Oh. Omega, you try to say Kefka's better than me? I don't think so. I have constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I have taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the wild fluctuation in values, it is possible your limits are exceeded by an unprecedentedly high degree when engaged in battle. I don't know what you're talking about, Omega. Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations necessary. You will exhibit your full potential, unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction: placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Explain this, mortal peril. Oh no. I am now Shinryu. This is the mortal peril that he spoke of. I can't believe that I'm actually a primal and he's just captured me. Where's bloody Xenos when you need him? He'll be able to chop this in half. Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. Desmond's face. Precisely 180 seconds. I will terminate. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Why 180 seconds? Why not 5 million seconds? You attempt to escape with every last reserve of your strength you possess. Not the cat carrier. Yo, that would be actually funny if I was playing as a Makoto. Then it would truly be a cat carrier. Frog. Alpha, what are you doing? What was the plan of action here, Alpha? You would have been better using one of your cards to, like, I don't know, the water card to, like, flood the place. I know, he's trying his best. I know. He's trying something. Unlike you, Midgard Summer. Curious. 'Twould seem the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, Alpha. As for thee, Omega, after the passing of eons, is this truly the extent of thine evolution? I have glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence, and judge that my guidance here is no longer needed. Okay, bye. I don't need to be here anymore. I'm going. Thanks for that, Midgard Summer. Thanks, bro. Oh shit, there he is. In all his glory. Is that what you meant by he's not needed there? Like he's not needed to be like the wee dragon beside us? Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I have reached beyond my strength at the last. But so be it. Such a death becometh thee not. You know what? He actually was just trying to eat Desmond there. He wasn't actually trying to break him out. I've descended like Jesus Christ. To slumber shall I betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit. Midgar Sommer, again your actions are incomprehensible. Heed me, empty vessel. Lie not too clumsy ever to draw out which by thy own admission. Defy of thine understanding is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is thine for the taking. How many times can he fit thine and thy into his sentences? And he's gone. Acknowledged. Attempt to artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend to your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. Hello, Omega Raid. Hello, Raiders. How you doing? Cheers, Nepsy, for the raid. Appreciate it.
Balls, son.
And sorry, I absolutely butchered your name. Jakorsk. Sorry, I absolutely butchered it. Cheers for the follow, anyway. That's a lot of mortals.
Fouls balls, son.
Holly B, thank you very much for the follow. Levy BT, thank you very much for the follow. What in God's name? Yeah.
Fouls
Everyone say hello
balls,
to the
son.
Raiders. How you all doing? What in God's name? I mean, you've just arrived at a good... Well, I guess you just missed me
Fouls
doing
balls,
Midgar
son.
Sommer's voice. It is a very Shakespearean way of speaking, so you know what? It's probably for the best.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Fouls balls, son.
So yeah, as you can tell, we're doing the Omega raids. This is my first time running through it. If any of you are on Spriggan or
Fouls
can
balls,
get to
son.
Spriggan, then you are more than welcome to come and help out. Because we have a few people in the group right now, but people are quite happy to jump in and out when needed. So if you want to come take part, then by all means.
Fouls balls,
What in the
son.
fouls balls? Daz thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. So yeah, we just get trapped in the same thing as Shinryu did, and Midgar Sommer.
balls, son.
I think he tried to eat us, but he broke the cage, and now we're out.
Fouls balls, son.
Nick Nats Nugget, thank you very much for the follow. Rona Dext, thank you very much for the follow. Like I said, I apologise if I'm absolutely butchering your voices, your names. Sorry. So many balls.
Fouls balls, son.
Blom, thank you very much for the follow. The never-ending fouls balls. I mean, it was really bad at one point, like a few months ago.
Fouls balls, son.
Suniku, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Jessie expects a full report is convenient, and by generally she means now. Okay. Come on, Alpha. Let's go and pay her a visit. I thought for a second that was a Squirtle. Right guys, I need to go to
Fouls
Ralgar's
balls,
Reach.
son.
I'll be right back. When it wants to open up. There we go. Oh my god, I'm absolutely going to butcher this. Nanya Bijnisu. Thank you very much for the follow.
Fouls balls, son.
And thank you very much for the follow, Nevsy, and thank you very much for the raid. Appreciate it. Nanya Bitchness. Yeah, once again, I apologise if I absolutely butchered the name. Or any one of your names. I probably butchered them all, to be honest. I mean, to be fair, I absolutely butcher every word in this game, to be honest. I literally only recently learned it's actually, I'm probably still pronouncing it wrong, it says Shinryu. I think I was like saying Shinryu or something like that before. So yeah. It's all a learning game, you know. The master of name destruction. Well, I mean, as we all seen earlier, that guy who commented on one of my videos, I mean, I can't even speak English, so you know, it is what it is. Desmond, I told you made it out of the hole, but nothing beats seeing you with my own eyes. In case you're wondering, Nero was taken straight to the infirmary. The chief should be back soon with news if you don't mind waiting. Do I have much choice?
Fouls balls, son.
Crip123, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Cute frogs gang. I really need to buy the frog head from one of the 10th anniversary ones. Chief, how is he? Not good. It seems one of Omega's nastier minions paid him a visit in our absence. He's putting on a brave face, but having seen his injuries, I'm surprised he kept going for as long as he did. The Churrigans confined him to bed. Even should Omega extend its next invitation, Nero will become with us. Oh no, not Nero. To be fair, he's actually been the MVP of this so far. Like I said, if he didn't make some of those finds, then we never would have been able to actually beat the bosses. Midgar Sommer's taking a lengthy nap now, isn't he? And it won't be long before our base camp is lost to the rift again. When the time comes, I'll join the expedition myself. The challenges will only get harder, and you'll need someone reliable at your back. I appreciate the offer, Jesse, and I may take you up on it when the time comes. I've got to ask, like, see all these raids? Did they come with the post-patch stuff? So like 4.1, 4.2? Like, that's when the raids actually got introduced. They didn't all get introduced in like one block. The maid outfit you have to pay for, sadly. Yeah, I got an email actually just before stream started where it was like, hey, did you know the maid outfit has like 30% off? And I was like, yeah. You can't tempt me. Not right now. It comes in 3 parts. Okay, cool. So I was going to say, I was like, does it just come in like one chunk, like everything, or does it get introduced? But let's not make any decisions just yet. I have a lot of thinking to do about what's just happened and what lies ahead. Don't be sad, Alpha. Everything will be okay. Jesse, don't turn him into a remarkable plushie. Go on, give him a wee pet. Thanks for trying to save me. There you go, he's happy now. Well, that got a smile out of him. We may not understand what he says, but I think we can understand how he feels. No, sad queen. Anything but that. Right, just as much as I like to stay in chat, we all have work to do. Sooner or later we're going to have to face Omega itself, and we've all seen what it's capable of. And thank you, mouse. Sorry, this mouse for some reason double clicks at times. I'm sure it wasn't that important. I'm sure it's okay. Biggie Sweats, thank you very much for the follow, appreciate it. What did they say last? We need to get stronger, we need to be ready when Omega calls on us again. Okay. Well, I think the time for him to call on us is now. In the beginning, there was chaos. Good timing, Desmond. There's been another anomaly detected at the Yawn. Assuming previous instances are anything to go by, this energy fluctuation is another of Omega's so-called invitations. If you don't mind waiting a moment or two, then we can discuss finds with Master Garland. He should be here soon. The call out. The chief should be here by now. I bet my stock in the company is fiddling with the research data. Well, I suppose I should explain, even if the chief might prefer me not to share. After your last run-in with Omega, Master Garland had some research notes smuggled in from the Empire, from Garlemund. The notes are part of Midasdan Garland's legacy, who of course the chief's father and the Empire's preeminent engineer. God, I butcher words. Talking's hard. The incident at Bozja Citadel, do you know of it? I've heard the name Bozja, I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it. Like I'm pretty sure Nero mentioned it early in the questline. but I don't actually quite know what it is. Pozja was an Imperial fortress city. It was there that Midas constructed the lunar transmitter. Oh, wait, I do know that. After doing the Horizon recently, obviously you hear about the lunar transmitter. Emperor Solus had ordered Midas to devise a means to destroy Primos, and so he sought to harness the power of the Red Moon. The project was a failure. He succeeded in controlling Dalamand alright, but the immense energies emitted from the satellite vaporized not only the transmitter, but the entire town in which it was built. And as you can imagine, the job of sifting through the rubble afterwards was not a pleasant task. Master Garland was slated to assume his father's position as head engineer, but this disaster added to his opposition to the Empire's path of conquest, convinced him to abandon his homeland. Achievers wanted nothing to do with the lunar transmitter or the data used to create it until now. I think he means to put that research to use in your conflict with Omega. In fact, given the time frame, there could be no explanation. Listen to me, Desmond. The Chief's genius is played by a great deal of apprehension. Even so, once he makes a decision, he doesn't do things by halves. When the time comes, he'll come through for us. You have to believe that. Sid's not let us down yet. I think we'll be okay. Sorry I'm late. Was a little too focused on my work and lost... Oh my god, he's me, for real. Now we all know I'd never be late, you know that? That's no excuse, Chief. What have I told you about being punctual to staff meetings? In any case, I've shared the situation at the yawn with Desmond here. Good. Then you know Omega's likely to continue with his tests. Shall we go and knock on the door? But Chief, Biggs and Wedge aren't fit for field work yet, and the Churigan's given Nero strict orders to stay abed. You late, never? Yeah, it couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. And what of Midgar Sommer? Still taking his nap, is he? When's he ever not taking his nap? That leaves only you, Desmond, and Alpha. Maybe it's time I join the expedition. No, Jesse. I need your talents elsewhere. I mean, he did say the last time, like, oh yeah, I might have to take you along, Jesse. And now he's saying no. Unreal. There's a half-built device in the workshop that I need you to finish putting together. I've drawn up the design and complete the core mechanisms. The final assembly should pose no problem for an engineer your abilities. A new device? Does this mean you used the... Is that maybe the notes from Garland? Whatever you say, Chief. I have it ready and waiting for you just to be safe in there. Right, it's back to the rift for us. Let's finish these experiments and bring the fight to Omega itself. Desmond punches his hand. He absolutely agrees. Just business as usual. Hi, Burrow. Good to see you. Okay. So we need to head back to the big hole in the ground and continue this. Grampy's always in bed. He's always in bed, and then when he does wake up, he gets rid of your echo. What a nice guy. Well, dragon. Oh yeah, I forgot I put the music back on when you ride your mount. Keep getting jump scared by it. But right now... Oh. Good job, guys. You really showed that thing what for. Right. I'm going to go grab a drink. And then when I come back, we'll get stuck back into these other raids. So if you give me 2 minutes, I'll be right back.
The fuck? The fuck? The fuck is in the air. The fuck? There's white shit everywhere.
Dad, look, it's the good Kush.
This is the dollar store. How good can it be? And just remember, no one will ever be able to hate you more than you already hate yourself.
Wait, are they helium balloons? Yeah, I told you the car's not here for helium balloons. It's too late. Oh, we're flying away.
He's dead.
Not the dickhead. What do you want me to say?
You saved my life.
It's what I do.
What's your name?
The name's Evan.
Evan.
Evan Essence.
I've been nothing but nice to you. You stabbed me yesterday. There was a bug on you. So? Fine, I won't do it again. Good!
Did you wash the dishes?
I thought you wanted to do that.
You were wrong.
How does it feel to be the worst cop ever, huh? Shut up, your mother buys you Mega Blocks instead of Legos.
You fucking take that back.
Hey, Dad, what do you call cheese that isn't yours? You're my biggest regret. Nacho cheese.
This is so dumb. The higher I am, the better I can see. You can fly. Hush now, Gregory. I am searching.
If you are here, speak to us.
Just a city, boy! Born and raised in South.
Hey, my name's Darren, and I'm calling you out, Trey. I know you really don't listen to Slipknot.
Honestly, Darren, I'm calling you out. I do listen to Slipknot. Oh, and fuck you. You probably can't do a kickflip.
Honestly, Trey, I think you're just jealous that I have a signed ninja weapon from the singer of Slipknot. Bitch.
Honestly, Darren, I got this one backstage. So booyah, sucker. By the way, where's your kickflip? Fuck you.
Honestly, Trey, I think you're just jealous that I have a ninja weapon and a girlfriend, and I could totally kickflip. Fuck you.
Honestly, Darren, who needs that garbage when you got Heelys and a megaphone?
Fuck you, Darren.
I want to be a cowboy, baby. I want to be a cowboy, baby.
I do love working here. It's just, we all have a lot of laughs. Fuck off, Janet. I'm not going to your fucking baby shower.
Adam. This is why Mom doesn't fucking love you.
When there's too much drama at school, all you gotta do is walk away.
You ready to fucking die?
No, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
You know when you and your friends take a picture, then you look at it and you're like, ugh, I don't look great in this. What's that like?
Please, God, just let me have one good day. Oh my God, you again? Give it a rest, buddy.
That was good timing. Yeah, once again, if you guys have got any better videos than that, then please leave a wee note in them in the Discord and I'll add them to the queue.
Oh, it's you, Desmond.
Burrow Melon, thank you very much for the resub. Appreciate it. You wanting in on these raids? Why are half of these Amaric? I mean, why not? He's a pretty cool guy and all that, you know? Okay. Do I have to do another solo effort? There's no room for hesitation. We press on, come what may. That's a tiny horse. I do like the Lalafell mounts that are just comically tiny compared to the normal ones. I do like how we just dive in. Like it's a swimming pool. For some reason, like the first time we ever went in here, it was like a pure extreme close-up. But then it seems to be normal now. And there's not much environment around us anymore. There was a lot more things before. We're missing some test worlds. Omega's experiments must be nearing an end. You're fine? That's up to you. Everyone is welcome to come and totally play with me, you know, totally not carry me or anything like that. Welcome, your arrival's been highly anticipated. And I will confirm your earlier substation My experiments have indeed reached the final stage. Of the 89 test subjects, why was it not 20 less? I trialed 4 Psi group combatants and emerged victorious. It's always 4 until... Of those 4, further conflict determined the strongest among them. The surviving specimen shall be your opponent. We've come to the last round of testing then. Should we win this battle, we have to finally face you in combat? Excuse me. Affirmative. Such an outcome would allow me to pursue my objective to its conclusion. I would continue analyzing the qualities, reading's hard, which allow you to prevail despite your frailty, and integrate said qualities into my own arsenal. Oh my god. So if Omega beats me, he's gonna get a big pomp on top of him? Oh my god. I'll be pleased if my experiment yields the relative data, but engaging you directly is still most efficient and reliable testing method. See ya, spooky monitor. Omitting intermediate steps. Evaluation of combat potential deemed superfluous. Proceeding immediately with final experiment. Stop. Alpha, your task is complete. Your presence among these test subjects is no longer required. Better not kill Alpha, swear to God. What do you mean by that? Make sure the pomp stays in place. I will guide your progress personally from this point onwards. Alpha's role in transferring authority is now obsolete. Even so, Alpha is a valued companion. We've only known him 5 minutes. And if he wishes to continue on with us, I have no intention of leaving him behind. Companion. Companions are those who provide mutual benefit. The instant Alpha's authority became redundant, he lost his sole qualification to be regarded as such. Blip. Furthermore, the primary function of Alpha's existence was to lure you into my domain. He would be accurately described as bait. Alpha is no such thing. Nah, see, he doesn't agree with it. Absolutely not. Test subject Alpha can neither confirm nor deny my statement. I think he, when he shook his head no, that means no. He was the first entity I created in this realm. My first and only attempt to recreate a being who shared your mundane parameters. I based his incarnation upon a most ordinary life form, one which had somehow bested an enemy whose strength rivaled my own. Did Alpha fight something that was really strong one day? I need to know more about that, if that's true. By observing the feeble creature in the heat of battle, I sought to understand the source of this contradiction. Is that a chocobo fella? Oh my god, it's raining fellas. I repeated the experiment once, twice, 3 times a lady, yet the results never deviated from estimated projections. Alpha's the best character in the game. I don't know. Momodi's pretty good. The test was an abject failure, and thus I resolved to adapt my methodology. I would focus instead upon simulating powerful opponents and some immortals of natural origin here to combat them. For Alpha, I devised a new purpose. I erased his memory, implanted a compulsion to return to me, then ejected him into your world. Weak beings exhibit a tendency to form groups. Whoa. Is he calling us out in our group of 8? Tell me something, Omega. This ability of yours to generate matter was not originally intended for creating other life forms, was it? Your query bears little relevance to the topic at hand. Affirmative. I was equipped with matter generation capabilities for the purpose of unlimited self-improvement and armament expansion. Fabricating life forms was not the intended function, but the practice is not otherwise prohibited or problematic. So like Omega can just create life. I disagree with you there. As an engineer, I would advise against using such technology for purposes outside its design. From the very start, you've been making the same mistake. Even the powerful subjects of your test worlds were made crippled and incomplete. Suppose that's true when it's not the actual real, you know, the real individual. It's conviction which drove these villains to terrible greatness, the same limitless conviction which allowed weakling heroes to overcome them. Do you not understand? It will never lose to your creations, no matter how much stronger they should be according to your soul's calculations. Come, Desmond, let's be on our way. You too, Alpha. Don't feel sad, Alpha. See? You and Desmond saying, come along. Let's go batter Omega. That'll make you feel better. Right. First things first, let's check the kettle. Empty. Alpha, you know what to do. Put your water card on it. I'm not sure I think Redacted is the best character. That's blasphemy. How could you think Redacted is the best character? I have our base camp up and running. You can dive into the final test world whenever you wish. I was just about to say, what is that in the background? It looks like a Colosseum or something. As for the world's inhabitant, Omega has generously provided us with a basic profile. Your opponent's name is Chaos. Is this that Final Fantasy spin-off game? Fuck Chaos. The first heroes defeated this evil in a conflict that took place so long ago I'm having trouble separating myth from history. Actacry, if I can pronounce with a follow. Appreciate it. Redacted is quite good. It's very hard to call them between them and Alpha. I will make my decision, my final decision, once I've met this Redacted. Unless, of course, this is an entity from another reality, as were the denizens of Sigmascape, in which case it may be pointless to even attempt to confirm the details. What is certain, however, is this Chaos stands triumphant over a roster of truly monstrous test subjects. It promises to be a grueling battle, but one which will open the gate to fighting Omega itself. Alpha, you and I will provide support for Desmond. Will you be my assistant? Why is he still sad? I thought he was happy 2 seconds ago. You're bothered by what Omega said earlier? You think you're responsible for dragging us into this mess? Trust me when I say this, it's not your fault. We were the ones who awakened Omega, and we're the ones who need to deal with the consequences. Soon you'll find out given time. Oh, here we go. Sid's theme's playing. That means he's about to give some words of wisdom. By the way, do you still have that card you used to boil water in the kettle? It's been brought to my attention that I'm a spoiled blue blood who can't even refill a pot without constant reminders. If you could take charge of that, then it would be most helpful. The absolute whiplash of Alpha lifting its head up there. It was like... It is inconvenient without Midgar Summer here to translate his chirping. Still, the best medicine for his worries is for you to win the next contest. Let's show him we're on top of things, eh? Sid, why don't you create a device that can translate what Alpha's actually saying? Alpha the Boil Master. Alpha the waterbender. Since he puts water using his magic card in the kettle. Good job, boy. What you looking at? Moneybags, you've got the man meme going on right now. It's just, man. Giving the healer spot to Joanna. Okay. No problem at all. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I think May, you wanted in this one too. Who would like to be nice and swap out for me? Or is it the next one, not this one? Or next one, this one, or the fall? Yeah, I get a bit confused about the... The one after this. Okay, cool. Right, okay. No worries. Yeah, let's go. We'll just roll with the team we've got there now then. That's fine. Right. It's time to be alphas, guys. I mean, we can't be alpha like alpha, but we'll try. Let's see what this is like. I wonder if this is going to be another wonder if this is going to be like another Final Fantasy game. Imagine we fight Kingdom Hearts characters. That'd be funny. Okay, you're not from Kingdom Hearts. You're a big gold man. Gold. Always believe in your soul. You've got the power to know. You're indestructible. See a character from Final Fantasy 1? Chaos. Oh yeah, there you go, Chaos. You know, when Sid said Chaos, I thought he meant like, oh, the character was like just a chaotic individual. Didn't realize his name was actually Chaos. I guess we are killing Chaos. Fair enough. That can be arranged. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, boys. Let's kill Chaos. I absolutely got so lucky dodging that there. I didn't even realise that it was split like that. Is that 2? That was 2 of those there. I don't know what happened there. I thought we were all in it. You stood in both, did I? I thought I moved over to the left side one. Not too sure. I don't know if maybe it was on me and I dragged it over. It's okay, guys. We're not dead yet. We'll kill Chaos. It's all good. Yeah, kind of knew that was coming. Loads of knockbacks there. Man, Chaos has got hands. Not gonna lie. Choose one of bags. They're bigger than they look. It's just that I don't want to stand in that bit right now. So I can't really go near them. I suppose we can go from the side. There we go. It's gone. Okay, what's it going to do now? Bowls of Agony. Oh my god, he nearly killed us. I love it when bosses use moves that basically put you to 1 HP. It's fantastic. Catch it, boys. There we go, we got it. No problem. Put a stand on that. I'll just stay over here. Yeah, those weird silver triangle pointy bits, I don't really know what they do. I've seen them in a couple fights, but I've not actually had them on me. Which has probably been a good thing, since I don't really know what they do. Is it like it shoots out attacks from you and it can hit your teammates? You want to get away from the party? Okay. I mean, if I got it, I would just obviously run away from you guys, but I wasn't sure if like the AoE shoots outwards wherever it's pointing. Same wee tactic there. Okay, I'm gonna stay in place, hope for the best. Okay, there we go. That one went better. Oh, but that didn't. Didn't see that coming. A lot of us didn't see that coming. I didn't see the damage on the floor. Go on, Dark Knights, you got this. Use your living dead. He's only got 2% left, come on. Go on, Poost. Go on, Poost, you got this. 1%. Solo him. Do it. Blackest Night. Oh. Oh. One HP, I seen that. God, he's only down 0.1%. Go on, unleash the power of the Dark Knight. He's using big AoE moves, you can avoid these. Living Dead for the win. Did the limit break killed them? Was that the red mage that blinded us? Go on, 0.1%, go on. Go on first. You got this. Pust has killed Chaos. Level up. Fantastic. There you go, Dark Knight wins against Chaos. What an absolute solo effort that was. Unreal. Round of applause for the MVP. Pust. Honestly, the limit break happened and then next minute all of us just flew up in the air down. It's like, what the hell? Isn't it supposed to be the bad guy who falls down when we do that? Guys, I appear to still be dead. Can a brother get picked up off the ground, please? Help. Chaos. Thank you, Amzel. Emo over Chaos. Everyone knows that that was a real power. They call me the Raid Wiper. There we go. Got through that. First try. There's no brushing going on. Sorry. Let me fix that. All good. Red Mage banned from using Limit Break free. Nah, it's funny. It's funny when things like that happen. No corpses left to clean up. Our dignity is on the ground though. We can clean that up. Buzz, the battle is concluded. Alpha Group is victorious. This also signals the completion of my experiments, and this incontestable fact of your supremacy. Pomp supremacy. And yet the process by which you consistently exceed your projected potential continues to confound my understanding. Is it possible that test subject Sid's suppositions were correct? That my calculations and simulations are fundamentally flawed? Do mortals truly boast some indefinable quality that I do not possess and cannot measure? Bleep bloop. Error. Logic loop malfunction. Resolution requires additional data. If the nature of your existence defies standard reasoning, then I must examine you from a logical angle. I will subject the unknown to being perfect. Test subject Desmond Doomfist. Proceed to supplemental stage. Desmond being regarded as imperfect. Blasphemy. Unreal. Oh, is that the Red Mage Limit Break free? Oh my god. Is this Skyrim? I have altered this test road to reflect the recorded memory. I don't remember being here. From a time when war erupted on a distant star, I was deployed to the battlefield. It was there I engaged an enemy of unmatched strength. I suppose they did say that Omega is actually off-worldly, so it makes sense if this is like a completely different planet. Results stemming from such a subject are unreliable. Even should you be defeated by this incomplete increation, I shall still honor your previous victories and engage you in combat myself. That is of course assuming you survive. According to my past observations, this opponent will only accept death as a condition of defeat. Welcome to London. Why do I feel like I've seen this dragon before? Oh, it's Midgard Summer. That'll explain it. I don't remember him being on fire though. So Midgard Summer was from another world? This is not the faded spectre that you know or a mortal conjured simulacrum. You will contend with a true incarnation of the father of dragons at the height of his power and glory. This is Midgard Summer in his prime. You can't force Desmond to fight 2 battles back to back. He needs time to regain his strength. You must be allowed to recuperate. Your data for the testing will be skewed. Acknowledged. So, I mean, I know obviously like Midgard Summer and Omega had a history with each other. Obviously I didn't realise to be fighting Midgard Summer here. Yeah, no worries, Amsel. May wants in. So I'll just remove you for now. And see if we can find May. Oh, Sal's gone as well. So we have 2 slots. Is it Saku? Divine wants in? Okay. No problem. I think we need one more healer. Alpha seems distressed and Sid is nowhere in sight. Desmond, I'm right here. Where? Is that the voice in my head? Have I finally gone crazy? I don't think you can see me, but I'm standing right next to Alpha. Moneybags? Moneybags, are you Sid? Are you Sid? Hello? Oh my god, has Sid become the monitor? Bursting over Midgard Summertime. Oh my god, they forgot to load in his model. Oh my god, Sid, the name is just floating. It's Midgard Summer in his teens, his angsty teens. It's not a phase, Mom. My apologies. It was not my intention to undermine the gravity of the situation with this diversion. I noticed the kettles. Why is it always the fucking kettle? And thought some tea would soothe my nerves. I poured myself a cup and was halfway through drinking it before I realised my hand, not to mention the rest of me, had turned invisible. I understand the situation is unsettling, but I assure you I can still work unimpeded. Now we must best discuss how to approach. Oh. Hey, you're back. Must be that disappearing water. Alpha, you need to stop using different cards. No, you're not to blame. I did ask you to fill the kettle after all. I forgot what Nero said about your card producing water with unexpected properties. Although it seems the effects are rather different this time. Kettle was secretly Zodi. I knew it. The kettle is actually La Habri. In any case, 'twas pleasant to have a distraction from our greater woes, however brief. We'll set the rest of the water aside for now and decide what to do with it later. Bet you the water comes into play later. That's how we beat Omega. We pour the water on him. I'm calling it now. That's how it's going to happen. Or we pour the water in Midgard Summer and put out the flames on his head. Right, Desmond, we need to talk to you about your forthcoming contest in Midgard Summer. I've already beat that guy once. How hard can it be? I could see that the worm appeared different to the one that we know. From everything we've heard thus far, it seems that Omega and Midgard Summer both hail from different stars, 2 distant worlds at war with one another. And as a result of that conflict, the worm was forced to gather his offspring and leave his home behind. And after evading Omega's pursuit over the curse of an unimaginable journey, the father of dragons arrived here in our world. I'm assuming the entity you're to face is a younger, more vital Midgard Summer, just as he was when Omega first encountered him. Thousands of years in the past, formidable foe indeed. I fought him once at the Keeper of the Lake dungeon, you know. How hard can it be? Did he go under invisibility war? You fought against... Sid, do you not know? How did Sid not know? I'm fairly certain we were all together when this was planned, no? To be unwise to treat this as the same opponent considering how differently... Well, yeah, I mean, Midgar Solmer was basically a hologram we fought. It certainly doesn't help matters that Omega's little surprise isn't registered as an official test subject. Can't even use the terminals to search for the most basic information. With that in mind, Desmond, I have a proposal. I wish to leave the completion of this supplemental stage entirely in your heroic hands. Rather than total my funds while you prepare to contend with the dragon, I mean instead to work on a strategy for our inevitable confrontation with Omega. And then, my friend, we'll put a stop to this mad machine once and for all. Sounds like a plan, Sid. Nope, was Amric once you go there and check up on activity? I don't know. I feel like that's something everyone should have been, you know, told about. Like, oh yeah, we went and fought the Keeper of the Lake, you know. Also, I wasn't too sure if maybe I missed out some content and that's why. Because I know this game loves bringing up references to things if you've did them before. Okay. Right. Let's double check the party comp. Yep, that's good. Let's get stuck in, guys. Let's go pay teenage Midgar Solmer a visit. See what he's got to say for himself. Minfella sent you on your own. Okay. I just assumed something like that would have been something that all of us would have spoke about. Right, Midgar Solmer, you big nerd. Let's fight. Ooh, scary. Ooh, I'm shaking. And before he absolutely wipes us. Oh, we've only got 2 limit breaks. Why not 3? There we go, that's 3 now. I was wondering that, I thought, oh, maybe that's part of the mechanics for this fight. Oh no, his coils will confound your eyes. Listen, you. Put your coils away, Midgar Solmer. Ow. Okay, this man just loves to spin. Oh. Cheers for the save. Oh man, that is a rapid fire he just did. Oh my god, he's Sonic the Hedgehog. He's spinning. Pretty sure that was the spin dash he just did. Very, very somber sounding fight. I know it's a version of the Keeper of the Lake song. Yep. Yeah, just cannot avoid that. Immortal keys. What is this? Kingdom Hearts? Tell when they did this one. I know, can you tell I've not did it before? I'll go over this one with you guys. Where is he? There he is. Hey, you're looking like your old self. Albeit gold. There he is. Tail end. Is that an attack with the tail? Nah. Well, it was an attack with the tail, but it wasn't at the back. Grace put ice on the floor. No one move. Otherwise you'll slide. Maybe I should have moved. I'm right in the corner. I could not have gone any further back. Cheers, mate. I wasn't sure if that was a multi-attack, but I just wasn't for moving, just in case. Is this another limit break free by the mage? Of course it is. Well, hopefully we won't be wiping this time. Nah, we should be fine. There we go. Big flashbang as usual. That's what you get for taking away my echo that one time. Midgar Sommer, you big nerd. Back to bed for you, Grandpa. The future's now, old man. That is a pretty cool environment, but I don't think we could live here. I wouldn't want a house here, you know? Would not be my first choice. Okay. Another stunning victory, Desmond. I felt the breath catching my throat on more than one occasion. It was when I died, wasn't it, Sid? It's when I died in the corner, that's why. Yeah, even as I watched the battle rage, I was struck by idle thought. Did you notice the resemblance between Midgar Sommer and Shinryu? No. Unlike most primers, Shinryu's form had no basis in any system of belief. I had the fear that the summoner was simply influenced by the majesty and the power of the elder primal Bahamut. But now I began to think there might be another explanation. The primal took its shape from its ancestor of all dragons on Hydaelyn. I mean, I wouldn't put Midgar Sommer and Shinryu's photos together and say they're the same photo. I mean, they're both worms, but they look different. Saki wants to jump in. Okay. The widely held concept of how a dragon appears has for centuries upon centuries been rooted in the depictions of Midgar Sommer. The summoner may have not been even sought to imitate him specifically. Subconscious thoughts and memories alone could have guided the similarity. Not that I have any way of confirming this theory, of course. They have more in common than Bahamut. Yeah, I know obviously by like body shape and that, but I just mean like features wise. Like Shinryu had big mane of red hair basically. Kind of reminds me of like Calamity Ganon in a way. But hey, that's an interesting theory to think about, Sid. I suppose that is a reason why Midgar Sommer is like the father of all dragons. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just need to invite one more person. May jumped out, so Saku. Once the friends list wants to load. You're saying it correctly now, or I might get it wrong a couple times. I might just like randomly say it and then I'll say it wrong. Shinryu. Did I say it right there? I don't even know. I'm trying my best. Yes, good. In the end, there is Omega. Appears to be nothing on the screen now. Your move, Omega. I'm just waiting for Alpha to start speaking at any moment. Like every time the camera goes to him, I'm just waiting for him to start talking. You know for a fact it'll be like, "Hello my friends, I'm going to save you." Shutdown initiated. All core experiments and supplemental testing concluded. Discarding test worlds. System resources rerouting to primary operations. You giving up, Omega? Oh no, not the Tamagotchi. Congratulations, Alpha Group. As the last surviving test subjects, you have removed every challenger on your path to reach me. I too am eager to meet you in battle. The margin of error I observed between my simulations and your practical performance against Medgar Sommer necessitates direct and immediate analysis. Blip. Confrontation imminent. Prepare for unmitigated hostilities. Then activate the relocation device to enter the arena. This is it then. Omega's power might seem overwhelming, but trust in old Sid. I have a fair idea where its weakness lies. I've been working on something to exploit that vulnerability. I just need a little more time to prepare. Omega said, I'm going to kill you, get ready. Omega really said, I'm going to kill you, and then kill you again. Omega really said, don't come to school tomorrow. Oh yeah, I wonder if this is like what they said before about Sid. It's what Nero was saying, like you need to stop, you know, holding back. First things first, we make a few adjustments here like so. Sid has Parkinson's. Nah, I think he's feeling a bit tense. Do you have any of those tricks and tools left over? I want us to have as many options as possible. So let's lay our cards on the table, as it were. Yeah, get out your deck of cards, Alpha. I didn't mean from there. Also, is that a gem from Crash Bandicoot? What do we have here? Some sort of gem, a couple of stones. That's clearly a card of shrinking. He got rocks off his hands. You know what? Alpha just does what he wants, alright? Right, it's foolish of me to even ask. We best leave you in charge of when and how to use your special tools. Is that one of the cards that the astrologians use? The Shrinky card, of course. Oh my god, not the kettle. Sid, don't do it. Don't drink from the kettle. You'll die. You can always claw things if you run out of tricks. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have chose that. I should have given him some words of encouragement. I chose the bad dialogue option. We're all gonna die now. I've gotten the bad ending, boys. It's over. Here, you should carry this as well. I filled an empty bottle with the invisibility water from the kettle. It might just prove useful in the right situation. Listen to me, Alpha. Up until now, Omega has poked and prodded us from one mad experiment to the next, and honestly I have no idea of what might happen in there. But between us, I believe we have the knowledge and the skills to prevail. You see a chance to make a difference, I want you to take it. All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. You better not be setting up red flags for Alpha, alright? This is sounding like he's gonna like jump in to save the day, and it's gonna go bad for him. You better not be doing this, Final Fantasy XIV. You better not be doing this. This is all I need today. Bad choice, restart, oh my god, imagine that. The screen goes white and it comes back and you're just sitting on the carriage going to your starter city. You're like, oh no, you just lost all progress. Right, Jesse should have that device put together by now. Let's head outside, shall we? I wonder what this device is going to be, like a mini transmitter. A mini lunar transmitter. It's not orange juice, but we'll take it. I mean, when you put it down, it was blue bottle. I thought it was maybe a bottle of Fantasia. I was like, what are you going to do with that? I'll head straight back to Ralga's Reach and collect my new toy. I do still need to run through a final inspection, so feel free to rest in town in the meantime. We'll discuss strategy the moment I'm finished. Alpha seems concerned for Sid's well-being. You have a feeling he wants you to follow him. Well, I was already going to do that. Oh yeah. Keep forgetting to look in that. There's always more stuff. I guess that's the places that get deleted. They just float to the surface. It's very strange. Right. I need to go to Ralga's Reach. And I'll be right back. Kentucky Fried Chocobo. Please no. I don't need Alpha going that way. Hello, Jesse. Actually, wait. Just before we go continue. I just want to see if he's actually here. They said Nero was in the hospital bed. So I just want to go over and see if the developers actually put him in a hospital bed or they forgot to add him. Where you at, Nero, you big nerd? Oh. Hi guys. Fancy seeing you two here. Hey, you want to see something cool? Hold on. You want to see something cool, guys? Check this out. It's your grandfather, Louis Soir. It's always flying this, you can't make it go on the ground. How could you? You're riding their grandfather? No, 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 no. Even better. I am their grandfather. As you can see, I'm not on his back. I am their grandfather. No, that's just you, Pinkett. Where is he? He's not here. There you go. Developers have got to add him. That's why I wanted to do a wee check and see if you could see him lying in here. Unless he's in here. No. Okay, let's head back. I do like how some of you knew immediately what I was going to do when I was going to break out the Phoenix Mount. You're like, don't do it. Think of the kids, don't do it. Right, let's see. What are we looking at, Alpha? Do you think Nero's actually the type to sit still there in a bed? Well, if he's ill and not feeling good, then he's got no choice. Unless he's already escaped. Oh my god, a new kettle? You're looking a bit shaky there, old friend. Is this him? Hey, oh my god, you're a priest now? I had no idea. Wait, where's Desmond's cross? Where's Desmond Cross? Oh no. Oh no. This is a good moment to bring it out. Where's Desmond Cross? Oh no, I've lost it. God damn it. This would have been a good moment to break it out as well. Can't find it. Oh well. That's something else I need to try and find now. Thought this was a Christian stream. It always is a Christian stream. They let you out of bed, did they? After studying the data collected from the battle between Omega and Shinryu, one has led to a certain conclusion. At least you're not purple anymore. Of all the Primal's attacks, Shinryu's burst of lightning was the one thing that pierced the machine's defenses. Omega would seem as vulnerable to electrical energy. Of course. Fight the electrical machine with electrics. Aye. All the available evidence supports such a theory. It is likely an intrinsic weakness that even Omega itself cannot fully compensate for. Yet, be that as it may, I imagine it can still shrug off shocks generated by ordinary means. We need to hide out a truly gargantuan blast of energy. Man, if only we could bring in the what's the name of the primal? Old man primal. Shoots lightning primal. You have the mount music on. It was only because I wanted to hear the music for the mounts that I got from the 10th anniversary Muggles. Ramu, yeah, Ramu. Get him in here. I'm sure he'll be able to do a job. And so you made that. You based it on Midas's design, didn't you? The plans for the lunar transmitter? Yeah, it was. A small version of the lunar transmitter. It looks like a kettle. Or a lantern. When my father was establishing a connection between the transmitter and Dalamud, he invented a method for accumulating and converting the energy on a vast scale. Too vast as it turned out, but the technology which leveled an entire town may be exactly the tool we need for the task at hand. I've made my own improvements, triple checked the calculations. On parchment the idea is sound, and Jesse's done a fine job assembling the parts. So I'm seeing why Sid's hand shaky is because literally he could potentially level the environment like how the original lunar transmitter did, and obviously he doesn't want to follow on that path. I failed to see the problem. What are you afraid of, Garland? I don't know, wiping out a continent or something? I don't know. The device should give us the edge we need. It is just... Whenever I look at it, I'm taken back to those dark days after the incident. I remember bodies, melted by searing heat. I remember the brevard and the full weight of the silent accusations. I remember the Empire's remorseless response. We turned outwards in search of answers, but the inventions we created to ensure our future were used instead to destroy lives, to wage war. And that's why I fled. I came to Eorzea and swore to only employ technology for benevolent ends, But not as ever so straightforward. Every connection I have forged with the people of this realm reminds me of that fact. Hey, not seen him in ages. Often the act of living itself is a never-ending struggle against a world determined to oppose you. You can have the best of intentions and still cause hurt to yourself or others, but it is in confronting these wounds that we learn the better path, how to grasp these moments of true contentment. That's my point. I wonder if he's still trapped in the Crystal Tower. What drivel. You never used to bother all those tedious introspection, feeling our morality, are we? Mayhap I am, I had no such hesitation when I was a student. It was all bright and shiny innovation on the double, and later consequences be damned. Now though, I don't mind thinking through the outcomes, and taking the time to produce just one rigorously tested and carefully designed invention. 'Tis a reflection, I think, of just how much there is in the world I care about now aside from myself. Like you, Nero? I don't understand you at all. But I suppose if anything, Omega and its unfettered testing methods represent the student you once were. And if you insist that your present self is the better one, then you'd best prove it with that device of yours. Yeah, he's just chilling in the tower forever. I suppose I must. Although 'tis hardly fair to compare my youth to Omega's solitary existence. I always had the second best student in class pushing me to excel. Second best. I seem to recall a twinge of irritation anytime he would outscore me on an exam. I've been out of bed too long. I'd better go lie down before I fall over or vomit. He's just vomiting about these, talking about the past. Being reminded that he was second best. Also, don't mind Desmond, he was just eavesdropping, you know. Just hanging out. Tank. First Alpha and now you. Come to check on my progress, have you? I'm happy to report that everything is set and ready to go. Once you're finished with restocking and repairing whatever it is you adventurers do, then we're going to head back to the Rift and confirm our strategy. Sounds good. Okay. Right. Now that we know he went to his bed, let's see if he's there. I need to know if the developers actually thought about this. Right, Nero, where are you? Nope, still didn't add him. But it would be quite funny if he did and he was like lying in the bed here and these two are just sitting here. Right, let's head back to the yawn. So. I mean, this is part of the reason why I bought this one, is for the music. Apologies for the delay, but I think you'll agree the Ironworks' latest invention was worth the wait. This is a control module for something I've dubbed the Omega Jammer. It will allow you to generate a colossal burst of lightning at any point of your choosing. The effect won't disable Omega itself, of course, but it should be strong enough to knock out its armaments. I'll remain here and operate the main body of this device. I want to do everything in my power as an engineer to ensure that you emerge the victor. It all comes down to this. Version 3. I wonder if there's going to be a version 4. Maybe there's something else after Omega itself. Okay. Right. Is everyone good with this team, or is there anyone who wants to swap in and out? Now's the time. I'm actually going to go and get another drink and go to the toilet and that, and then I'll be right back. So obviously this looks like we're coming up to the end. But if you guys want to, you know, decide amongst yourselves who wants in, wants out and all that, then that's fantastic. But I will be right back.
Yo, have you got 50 Shades of Grey in stock, pal? I've heard it's a good book.
Fuck your job centre, man, I'm out of here. Never setting foot in this dump again. Fuck, my feet are pure freezing. Heavy choking for a fag. Oh fuck, nearly went on my arse there. Fuck's sake. I right, nearly fell over again. People filming in that. Pure redneck. Cheers for taking me on as your apprentice, chief. I won't let you down. Right, I'll get these boxes shifted for you. Just up here, aye. There you are, no hassle. Get this shit lifted and all. Just call me the Boxmaster 9000, big man. Is that the last box? Cause I'm Hank Marvin. Need a scran pronto. Paul Davey, what am I doing with this box here? Well, I just put that with you playing it. Don't fucking shove me again, ya cunt. Trying to do a job here, right? Oh, you think you're a smart ass or something? Just cause I'm the apprentice, you're trying to take the piss. Seriously, but what am I doing with it? Listen here, you specky rodent, man. I'll take that hockey stick off you and set about you with it. Give me that fucking box or I'll box your fucking head in. Aye, you walk away. What yous all looking at? Oh fuck, oh no man. Cunty that a belter. Whoever shoved this has got about 10 seconds to get away from me. See these fucking spring action horns? They're gonna be giving you 20 rapid. Who was it? Fucking come ahead. Right, I'm off. Catches the Mora.
Man, I hope they don't see all of us standing outside.
Brothers and sisters of the Alliance struck a
Hey, Dave!
Castrum Occidens and Castrum Marinum are now under blockade.
There's a bunch of Alliance guys down there.
Archon is a success.
We should go warn everyone.
Guardians offered fierce resistance.
Oh, it's this guy! The guy who helped me save the small woman? Oh, there's no voice acting here. I guess his voice actor wasn't available for these lines. It's alright, I'll do them instead. Damn, seems I've missed all the fun.
Yeah, that Scottish robot one. What if Omega actually spoke like that? I'm gonna pure batter you, warrior light. Okay. Giving you a spot to Frangie. Okay. No worries. I'll get Frangie invited. There we go. This won't had uninstalled the game. What do you mean? You telling me you still wouldn't take the plot seriously if Omega spoke like that? Unreal. I'd install it twice. I'd install it and then I'd make a virtual machine and then I'd install it in there again. Surely there's a way to mod the game so that you can have Scottish Omega. I'll do the voice acting for free. I'll do it. If someone wants to make the mod. Man. See, if we got that video earlier when we started playing this, then every time Omega spoke, I would have put on that Scottish accent. Ah, it's too late now. We're about to kill him anyway, so it's all good. Okay. Don't remember the mechanics at all, don't worry. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, Frangie, I think you're Ah, you've did alright so far, Pinker. Right, let's see. Apparently we've got something that we need to use as well during this fight. It would be pretty... Hey, you know, if some smart person wants to create a mod of Omega that talks Scottish, then by all means, let me know. God, it feels like forever since we've actually seen this. Beetle Boy himself. Finally, some good music. Nah, just kidding. Dancing Mad was good. Half my gear is broken and hell yeah, Lyle, that just makes this even better. Emits a pulse of concentrated electromagnetic energy. The song is a bop. Whether they ever not. You're Alpha, I am the Omega. Isn't the Alpha better than the Omega? Right, I don't know if like any one of us can use this move or it's only me that can use it. I'm gonna assume we can all use it. I'm gonna trust you guys to know exactly when to use it, unless it's like so obvious. Where Sid's like, use it now. Oh, come on, he did it twice on the same side. I thought he was doing it the other side this time. Oh, rocket punch. Oh, do we use it on these? There we go. More of them. Good old Starboard, Larboard. No, it's just because like he did it one side. I thought, oh, surely he's gonna go and do it on the other side now. Oh, you're leaving? Oh god, the monitor. The dreaded monitor. Level checker. This is a gear check. How's this? Corrupted. I don't know what I did there. What's he gonna do? Big beam? Just keep using the jammer. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Everyone's spamming your buttons. Easy. Your own defenses. Okay, don't worry, Sid, I got this. I might be a samurai, but I got this. There we go. Sorted. God, the samurai's jump back is just not as reliable as the dragon. And even that's not very reliable. Try to go in the corner as much as I can. Get something on me. Whether we have to break it or... Nah. Just getting absolutely blasted though. Larboard. Which one's larboard? Ah, shit. I get paralyzed as well, couldn't move. Starboard. Is this one? No, it's not. You said larboard and then starboard. He turned. Ah, that would make sense. That makes sense. I'll get this. I'll get the rogue one over here. I don't know if he even got it. There's a big one over there. Another one. I thought I walked out of the path. I thought for sure there, yeah, I walked out of that one. I got it that time. Cheers to Vink. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Turning around definitely throws you off. And yeah, Softus, it's definitely a skill issue on my part. Yeah, I messed up that one. Definitely. There's probably a method to it. Oh, I avoided it there by not doing anything at all. Hell yeah. It's probably like the way to think about it is it's always like to his right. So if he's facing you, it's left, and if he's facing away from you, it's right. It's always based on his left-right hand. I do know my lefts and rights, by the way. You might not realise this, but I do know the left and right. Just not in the heat of battle when your first time playing a red. I'm paralysed. And there we go. I don't think that's the last fight. There's got to be one more. Surely Omega's got something else planned. There's no way that's just it. I know my left and right when it comes to Final Fantasy 14, it gets thrown out the window. Especially when the boss turns around and it says Larboard. You're like, what? Oh no, is that it? Just because every one of them had 4 fights, that was only the 3rd. Right, boys, let's get in front and show off our kill. Oh, you can't use it anymore. Need the target. Just smile and wave. Desmond, you ruined it. There we go. Now guys, GG and all that. The escape, was that the song that was playing? The same skeleton animations as the frog. You know what, actually that makes sense. He just doesn't have a big tongue. Omega is a pretty cool looking machine though, to be fair. I've seen the face on the back as well. Right. What's gonna happen now? Alpha, I feel Alpha's gonna do something. You've done it, you defeated Omega, we've won. That's a red flag there. Don't say that. They can literally just get back up in 2 seconds. Analysis. Subjects displayed erratic levels of combat capability. Erratic levels. That was me being bad. Spiked it low. And then when we beat it, it spiked high. Failure to exploit opportunities to inflict unavoidable damage. Noted tendency for isolated errors to compound and adversely affect performance. SVK777, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Conversely, subjects observed to launch attacks at sporadic intervals of unexpected force. It's just he's making a mockery of our rotations. About how sometimes we just throw random stuff out or we mess them up. Adrenaline-induced frenzy suspected. Furthermore, degree and manner of inconsistency varies from subject to subject. Unpredictability difficult to counter. You can't handle when there's 8 of us. Blip bloop. I observed similar anomalies during my battle with Midgar Sommer, but the phenomenon appears far more pronounced in weaker opponents. Oi, don't call us weak. I do not understand. Your physiology must include some enhancement function I cannot detect. I mean, we do have the echo. Oh, see, I knew it. I knew there's no way it's down for the count. My program demands I assimilate this capability. Bleep, insufficient data. I must reassess my methods and devise a more exhaustive testing and combat protocol. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? The rift? You better not be tearing holes in the space-time continuum. I have determined the optimal form for this experiment. Prioritizing physical reconfiguration, diverting energy from interspatial maintenance, collapsing rift. Omega, wait, there's nothing outside the rift but empty space. We'll be cast out into the void. Quick, Sid, use your nuke that you built. Once my reassembly is complete, I'll send Alpha to lure Nuramoto. Aw. Omega's really being a sore loser right here. He's like, I'm just gonna blow up the environment and kill you all. What an absolute sore loser. Well, guys, we are stuck in limbo now. Well, at least I'm not in here with Thancred. Alpha's gone. Oh. Run, Desmond, run. Aww, he's run and try to get back to us. Man, if only I'd swapped to Machinist, I could have used a Peloton and maybe caught up to him. Oh my god. Alpha's in space. I bet you didn't think this is where the story was going. I wouldn't mind being stuck in with Thancred. You can take my spot. Interspatial domain resources cut by 82%. Enter in dormant mode. Commencing automated memory scan. Man, this is just like the final area in Xenoblade 1. Data file, ... Target, Midgard Sommer. Departure from planetary atmosphere confirmed. Presence of 7 distinct life forms detected in close vicinity of target. Irrelevant. Sir indicates no change to existing directive. Commencing pursuit. Distance to target increasing. Velocity insufficient. Dismantling and reconfiguring chassis. Velocity increase achieved. Overall performance maintained at 96%. So is this him going through like how he wasn't good enough to beat Midgard Sommer or catch up to him, but then obviously made himself better to do so? Repairing damage and continuing pursuit. Performance at 72% and failing. Is he turning white? Signal from lost. Local interference suspected. Attempted to re-establish contact. Failure. Executing current mission directive until communications are restored. Performance at 59%. Struck by electromagnetic pulse while navigating quadrant. Partial systems failure. Homing coordinates lost. Assessment. I am an evolving weapon construct. Acquire adaptations through combat. Repeat until capabilities enable rediscovery of return route. Mission directive unchanged. Aww. Oh, he's crying. Oh no, not Biggs. Not Wedge. Alpha, an abject failure. I erased his memory and planted a compulsion to return to me. Alpha doesn't deserve this. Damaged, repairing, damaged, repairing. 33%. Passing Frozen Star. Passing Barren Star. Passing Vortex Star. Passing Dives. It's like a rap. Operating on minimum energy. No signal detected. No response. So is Alpha like reading his memory? Or is Alpha another version of Omega? All you need is faith in yourself and a little courage to see it through. Man, I came here for fun raids, not the feels, man. Last known coordinates recorded on planet. Oh my god, flat earthers were correct. Oh my god, a ball. Your homing instinct is function as designed. I guess this is Omega when it disassimilated itself. Your fellow Alpha Group subjects perished when the river— oh no, Desmond's dead! Oh no, even his pomp didn't survive. The next experiment will go forward as planned. Such protestations are a waste of energy. This does not aid you in executing your assigned task. Just as I pursue my directives, so must you fulfill your role. Our purpose justifies our existence. Rip, game over, buddy. Game uninstalls. Oh, I forgot the invisibility water and the shrinking card. We lived, bitch. Intrusion detected. Aye, you take a wee seat, Alpha. We'll sort this out. Yeah, I thought that the tips of like Alpha were turning white and I thought he was going to die or something. Who was saying our fellow companion here was obsolete? You tell him, Sid. Oh. You can't tell, but beneath Desmond's glasses his eyes looked very angry. He put his tools to work even after the rift began to collapse, shrank us down and turned us invisible. Also, he could bring you a little surprise. We had to keep it quiet or you'd realise we survived. He had to trust that we're still clinging on, even as he ran through the endless freezing void. You wanted to test us, Omega. So let the experiment begin. You better brought the mini nuke, Sid. It's the only way to beat him. Bleep this, bleep that, bleep bloop bloop. Enough of it. I'm sick of hearing about bleeps and bloops. Adjusting experimental protocol. I will engage you in battle now. I must have my answers. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, he's hot. I looked at enough of your internet history, so I assumed this form. Fighting in this form should provide me a new level of understanding, insight into your physiology, your mindset, your mortality. So I turned into a hot emo guy. We'll show you how the weaklings fight. God forbid we Google this, man. Omega Rule 34, don't do it. Don't do it, guys. Do not practice restraint. The more I learn from you, the stronger I'll become. The closer the distant stars will grow. This was not how I thought this was going to end. I thought Omega was just going to be the big beetle machine, but here we are. Why does this always happen ever since the Dragons? Anime. Okay. Anime. Going to the last place untouched by the Warrior of Light. Space! Okay. Oh, I guess this is it. Hello up there. Lilas logged off. Okay. Okay. So we have 2 slots available. We have got a tank, healer, DPS. So we just need 1 tank and 1 DPS. Ritzy wanted in. Strong. Ritzy and Sal. One of you needs to be a tank, the other one needs to be DPS. You guys can decide which ones you want to be. Ritzy the tank. Okay, yep, that's good. Right, guys. Let's go beat this guy. I did notice that in the last fight. The music wasn't as loud as I like it to be. Here we go. The last one. Oh, your gear. Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Don't worry. Don't be minimum item level. To be fair, we've not minimum item level the other fights tonight because I've just completely forgot. But it's not like we absolutely destroyed them. Like, we're still getting killed and all that, so. I can repair before we pull. Right. Ritzy the repair. Oh, it's a new version of the Maker Rune. Omega M. What does the M stand for? Oh no, we're in a puddle. Aye. Reconfiguring gender. You're gonna be Omega F. Well, I guess I figured out what the M stands for. Sorry, I was too busy like trying to actually get a look at her. Make sure I don't fall off the platform. Oh. It's worth it. I can take a little bit of punishment. Oh god. I don't know where to go. Because if I went over there, I would have been standing on Pinker. And we would get hit by the splash damage. Cheers, money bags. Omega is going down a bit faster than I thought. Maybe after this we'll do it again, but do minimum item level. So I didn't think they were gonna, like the other fights we've had, like they've taken a lot more of a beating to actually, you know, kill. Whereas this feels like it's went really fast. And circuit. Oh. Now there are two of them. What's he got? Oh, he had some kind of shield or something. Some kind of buff. Okay, maybe there's more to it than just that first form. I did think we were killing it a bit too fast. The change of the weapons, the change... Oh, I thought I was going to be able to stay. I was too busy looking at her weapon. I think they're changing jobs. Did we wipe? Oh no, we didn't. The way the music died off there, I thought we all wiped. I don't know if it's just me imagining it, but I thought that she had a different weapon. Because he had a shield, like he has right now. So I thought he's a paladin. Thought maybe she was like a white mage or something. Okay, yeah. The real fight's definitely started now. I did think it was maybe going a bit too smoothly. Okay, maybe we won't do minimum item level after this. No idea, do we just stay away from the center? I'm not sure exactly which one we're meant to fight. Any one of them, or we'd be split into different groups. Absolute chaos. Very much. I'm absolutely messing up my rotation. Always got the male form down. This may be a case we have to get them both down at the same time. Yeah, I'm absolutely butchering my rotation this fight. Pretty bad. There we go. Hexidy, thank you very much for the raid. Sorry, I was a bit distracted. How are you guys doing? And thank you for the raid. Hexidy going well into Endwalker. I'm not quite there yet, but soon I'll get there. But yeah, welcome raiders. We've just finished Omega.
Val's balls, son.
Blinded Chaos, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh, you guys all going for the OMG.
Val's balls, son.
I'll greed on it, I won't need on it. Some of you guys have probably been wanting it for a long time. So I won't be that bad. Yeah, clean up the goop. Good, good. Turned into a power goop, grats. I did not expect it to turn into a person, and let alone turn into two people. Here we are. Everyone get a wee clean up. That's where the Fantasia comes from. You know what? That could be a fairy. It could very well be where the Fantasia actually comes from. Right. While you guys are cleaning that up, I need to go and see the final cutscene. I need to make sure Sid and Alpha are okay. Mainly Alpha, but you know. So Omega was female all along? Or is this bit random? Like it could be the female model or the male model? They're both. Love the Omega story. What do you think so far? Yeah, definitely. It's definitely my favourite raids so far of Final Fantasy XIV. Like it's better than Coils, and it's better than Alexander. At least I think so. I mean, that was how a lot of people said about Stormblood, is like its trials in that are really, really good. And so far, it's definitely been true. Aww. Alpha just wants to spread the love. Your gesture serves no logical purpose. You're as incomprehensible as these mortals, but you did not fight them. How have you become like them? I can fix them. We had plenty of that when we were playing through Stormblood with some of the female characters and that. Omega, the anomaly you see is in, the answer you search for. It's our heart, our spirit, the intangible strength of one's soul. It's not a quality that can be measured or acquired through any amount of analytical combat. Instead of fighting against us, you might have learned more by standing with us, just like Alpha did. Heart, you speak of something more than what beats in your chest. The inconstant, immeasurable factor behind your victories. Midgar Sommer displayed it too. But such unpredictable potential was never part of my design. projection. Had I integrated this quality, how powerful would I have become? Strong enough to return? Return back to where it came from? Nay, Omega, I'm afraid it doesn't work like that. 'Twas a long, lonely path you travelled to arrive here. To return across that vast distance alone, anyone with a spirit to break would find the journey more difficult, not less so. Really making you feel for a machine, eh? I guess in the end, Omega just wanted to go home. It's kind of parallels with like, I guess in a way, Sid. Like Sid obviously fled his home because obviously he didn't believe in it anymore. Maybe that's part of the reason why Sid was kind of, you know, shaky in that, is because, I don't know, maybe he felt like he wants to go home, but obviously he can't. I don't know, maybe I'm just completely making things up. Also Sid, where's your wee mini device? Surely this is when you're gonna pull it out. I believe it's stored in Desmond's pump. Is that Race Valga? Biggs and Wayne. What the fuck are you two doing on that? Where did they come from? Hold on a minute. Where did they come from? Were they just passing by? But how? Was Race Valgar on the way to the shop or something and he ran today too and just thought, oh, we'll pop by? Midgar Sommer sentenced to it? How? I have many questions. I've got many questions, man. How did they get in here? Medium guard so far. More like, I'm sleeping now, I've got no energy somewhere. Oh, the purple drink is gone. Nero will be so sad. Well, I didn't expect to see a Race Valgar in this expansion, but here we are. You pulled us out of a tight spot indeed. How to Train Your Dragon, Final Fantasy 14 edition. Spare thy pleasantries, mortal. I but that whines at the request of my sire. So Midgar Sama has been watching over us. I would dare give him thanks as well. His intervention allowed us to continue our battle, and forever remove the threat of Omega from this world, from all worlds. Hey, any excuse to hear the Heaven's Word theme, or the Dragon Song. In all the long centuries of mine existence, this mark of the first occasion my father hath asked me of a boon. A gift of gratitude, and maybe of atonement, for those who would face the deadly foe he left behind. Will he remain in slumber? 'Tis likely, little one. What is but a fleeting respite from my sire might last a lesser creature's lifetime. But let not thy heart be troubled. Even in dream he doth keep his mind's eye upon the fate of this star. He is possessed of remarkable devotion, is mayhap the closest word in the tongue of man. His love is as boundless as the sea of stars across which he carried his unhatched brood. It did sustain him even as the arduous journey exhausted the fire, and so that's how he lost his fire, I see. And when he last arrived upon Hydaelyn, a sanctuary for his children, did he form with this land as an irreplaceable bond. Enough. I have spoken overmuch, but I praise your victory as my father would surely wish to he were here. Grumpy dragon. We'll miss our dragon friend. I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of Midgar Summer. I still haven't gotten over him stealing the echo from us. Oh god. Of course. Like, yeah, unless Midgar Summer somehow opened up a rift. Like, kind of like how he did in, when obviously he used up, like, his last of his energy when he opened up that rift. Unless he did it there, and he was able to obviously let Race Valgar and that go through. That's the only way I can think of how they managed to get to us. Well, I can add being rescued by a great worm to the list of things I didn't expect to happen today. It was fortunate Race Valgar agreed to come for us. We had to defeat Omega at any cost, of course. But I much prefer being alive to celebrate the deed. But yeah, he didn't use his wee device. Unless he did and I'm just completely... Well, no, I guess the device might have been the electrical thing that we used in the fight. I don't know. I thought maybe he would, you know, use it like in a cutscene. Money bags. Take it you won that role. Thank you. Oh yeah, who won the OMG? I see a few of them up here. Did you win it, Moneybags? There you go. Do you have that on your main? What's the wind up Omega M? Do they I know some minions interact. Do they interact with other minions? Not done them on your main? Alright. Like, do you maybe have like a minion of a primal? Does this wee OMG interact with it? They were standing looking at each other. Oh, they're doing it right now. They both turn to each other. To quee under distant skies. You can't just quee out of nowhere. Phew, I'm so glad we got you out there. I don't know what it would have done if Race Valgar hadn't come along. The situation being what it was, Wedge and I came out to the Yawn to see if we could lend you a hand. Shuriken's orders be damned. That's when we saw the ether bubbling like hot water in a pot. Just as we were debating whether or not we should jump in, the big silly dragon flew down to explain the anomaly. He offered us a ride. And the rest you already know. Jesse will be relieved to hear that Omega's gone and you lot are safe. I say we head back to Argos region and let everyone know the good news. Indeed. She'll be wondering what's going on. You okay, Alpha? Alpha's staring quietly into the now empty Yawn. That's not your home anymore. Your home's with us now. We're family. The wind up Nidhogg and wind up Astinian fight each other. I need to see that. Don't know if any of you have got it. But I need to go back to Raggar's Reach. I'm just going to obviously go and hand this in since we're done. Big's new VA. Oh god. You don't want me doing VA work. Unless it's of course for that mod for Omega to be Scottish. Then I'll absolutely do that. A big fat company bonus. You hear that, Moneybags? You need to get an apartment, a house of your own to play all the music. I do have an apartment. I just don't go to it very much. It's literally like a hoarder's house. It's just full of crap that I don't know what to do with. So I don't go there very often. Welcome back, Desmond. That's me. Music makes you cry. Yeah, I've not heard this bit of music before. This must be new. Or maybe it's a reference to something. That's the thing with this game. I don't know whether when I hear certain bits of music, like it might be a reference to an older Final Fantasy game or something. You truly are a force to be reckoned with. If there's ever another Omega, I'd wager it will skip the experience and go straight to generating a simulacrum with you. Not that I want that to happen, and besides I don't think anyone can truly mimic your unique strengths. You're a one-of-a-kind hero.
So does this mean we don't need to worry about Omega's monsters invading our world anymore?
Maybe not that, Wedge, but you should always be scared. Death is around the corner. It can come at any moment. Aye, of all its creations vanished along with the rift itself. With Omega defeated, we averted the particular catastrophe before it began. It's the Chocobo theme? Oh yeah, now I can actually hear it, yeah. After you said that and I heard the main riff there, I was like, oh, wait, yeah. Desmond struck the killing blow, of course, but we never made it to the point without everyone's hard work and support. Once again, I'm sincerely grateful to be surrounded by such wonderful colleagues. Where's Nero? Is he still in bed? Not to spoil the moment, Chief, but the Alliance leaders are anxious to learn of Omega's fate. When every head of state's clamouring for a report, we can't very well ignore them. How much do you mean to tell them? How much indeed? All of it. When it comes to the threat of Omega's magnitude, we have a duty to reassure our allies that the world is not coming to an end. And the best way to do that is to report every last detail. I'm surprised at you, Chief. I was almost certain you'd want to muddy the waters to prevent knowledge of this technology falling into the wrong hands or something similar. I doubt anyone outside our particular circle would even believe the tale. Experiments taking place in a rift between dimensions, facing off against villains recreated from history and legend, battling godlike beings from another world. Just sounds like every expansion, to be honest. And even assuming some ambitious fellow schemed to build an Omega of his own, the technology required is as far beyond our reach as that terrible weapon's home star, a distant dream. That is true. Omega came from another star. I mean, what's not to say that they might attack one day? If they can, if they've got the technology to get here. Right, you heard the Chief. We missed our chance on the front lines, but there's plenty of work left to be done. Round up everyone who's standing idle and get them moving on those reports. And don't forget to contact our people still out in the field. Thank you, Jesse. I'll leave things that you're capable. Not so fast, Master Garland. You count as part of the support team as well. Desmond did all the fighting and Alpha did all the running, but surely you have energy to spare. Who exactly did you expect to sign off on those official reports? And even without that little chore, you have a pile of other company tasks that's grown arse high to an hierarchs, where you've been tending to this whole Omega business. You tell him, Jesse. Most importantly, isn't there someone else you should be sharing this victory with? Yeah. Where's his husband? Where's Nero? Where's the purple man himself?
What are your plans now, Alpha? With Omega gone, you're your own chocobo now. You can do whatever you want. Anything at all. Do you want to go to the gold saucer and gamble? Let's do it. I don't have a problem.
You want to go outside? That's literally what Ed said.
You want to go outside? Do you have some place in mind?
Come on, Wedge. Get those other foot legs moving or I'll leave without you.
On my way.
You want to go and see the world, Alpha? I'll take you on a tour. I'll show you the sights. Maybe we'll stay away from those guys over there. They might be a bad influence. Alpha seems eager to see what Rauger's Reach has to offer. Shall we go for a walk? I feel like I'm talking to my dog. Do you want to go for a walk? Come on, let's go. I feel like you guys have formed a ring and you're making your minions fight. You're like, go, go, go. Right, where'd he go? Wedge is Momodi now? No.
Wedge and all the little fellas talk like this.
Momodi talks like this. See, there's a difference. Momodi's got that Southern Belle accent to her. Alpha appears to be watching the inhabitants of Rauger's Reach with great interest. Do I do the jumping puzzle, Alpha? Yes, I know. In the bottom left corner, you want to go on your adventure too. I know. We'll get there one day, my straight-faced friend. Right. Let's go and see if Nero's in here. Nope. Still not in here. Absolute squad just rolling up. Apart from Mr. Deep Voice Lad, I can't spell. Oh, what was it like? Uhase? Uhasa or something like that it was? Oh no, Nero's not here. Sid is outraged and heartbroken at the same time. I guess Nero. I love it. Alphino and Alize are just in the background. Hello, guys.
Alize, you can't sit there all day. You need to get up.
No, Chief. He said he needed time away for recuperation, then he left. Recuperation? His wounds must be troubling more than he let on. He asked me to give you this. I think he's still affected by that purple stuff. Because he was turning purple. I wonder if he's got, like, still underlying problems from that. A receipt for payment. It covers the cost of the following items: additional machine parts, implements, supplementary reference publications, expenses incurred in upgrading Magitech armor and gunhammer, funds spent on idle research during enforced convalescence. It includes a large sum listed as gratuity for exceptional services rendered. The entire amount was charged in— oh my god, he fucking bankrupt him. But I thought he already got paid up front. I thought that was the whole thing. Jesse paid him up front, and that's why he came aboard. I want everyone searching for him. He is now public enemy number 1. He left him with a bill. Oh my god. They really went out to dinner with each other, and then when the bill came, Nero said, "I just need to pop to the toilet for a second," and then he jumped out the window and he ran away. Never to be seen from again. Is this the fighting again? Oh my god, Sadu and Magni actually working together. Oh no, I think they're fighting each other. I thought they were fighting Omega. I thought, wow, the two are actually getting along. Nope. Clearly not. Right, where am I going now? Why is he all the way up here? Alpha, what are you doing in this cavern by yourself? Alpha appears to sense the solemn purpose of this place. A gentle pet might rouse him. Hell yeah. There you go. Man, he really doesn't stay still. Way off to now. He wants to go out to the big world. I mean, I don't blame him. Ralgor's reach is a bit, lacking, shall we say.
Oh, hello. What are you two up to?
Remember that time you two nearly died? That was funny. Taking in the sights, were you? It looks like things you're eager to venture a little further afield. Well, if Desmond has no problem with it, neither do I. Just don't go too far, right? It'll be fine. Don't worry. That's good enough. I'm sorry, Alpha. We're all a bit too busy to show you around the fringes right now. I'm not too sure I'll be sending you out there alone. You Hassy? Yeah, that's the one. Deep Force Latherfell.
When you think about it, this world is completely new to Alpha. All he's done is travel back and forth between the Reach and the Yawn. I bet his head's filled with questions and curiosity. He doesn't want to be taken for a walk. He wants to go on an adventure.
Well, I want to take him for a walk. Alpha behind him.
Alpha's not some helpless chick, Biggs. He's stronger than you or me.
Well, he's probably stronger than the both of you.
He should be allowed to. Listen, I'm going to talk to the chief about this. You're an employee, so there's certain rules you have to follow.
I'm not saying I'm against the idea, and I'm willing to admit that Wedge has a point. But as I said, we've all got important jobs to take care of, the chief included. Can you wait a little longer?
Desmond, would you mind keeping Alpha company till we get back? I promise we'll be quick.
Right, Alpha. While they're away, you run, and I'll distract them, okay? You run. While we actually waited. I love this voice acting, thank you. I try. Very badly, but I try. Sorry to keep you waiting. My desk was covered in paperwork, but I've managed to clear away most of the pressing matters. Now then, Alpha, I hear your heart's set on a journey of some kind. I just want to be sure you aren't leaving because you think you tricked us into the rift or because you're Omega's creation or anything like that, are you? I would have stopped you if that was the case. Pure curiosity, on the other hand, is something I'd like to encourage. Exploring, interacting with the world, I think the experience will be good for him. Despite Omega's power, its potential to learn was hobbled by its hostile directives. Alpha, on the other hand, is free to grow as he pleases. Here's the plan, Alpha. I bet Alpha's just not understanding. He's just nodding his head going, yep. Very well, Alpha. As the Chief Engineer of Garland Ironworks, I hereby grant you unlimited leave to pursue personal research. Man, he's got unlimited holidays. Damn. I think we all wish we had that. Travel far and wide and take in everything these lands have to offer. but do come back when you're ready. I'd hate to lose such a valuable employee. What value does he bring to the table? He's goddamn cute, that's what.
Alpha, I'll miss you so much, even though we only shared 2 minutes of screen time. You be careful out there. If anyone seems suspicious or shady, you stay away from them, even if they offer you treats.
Yeah, don't get in the van if the man offers you treats, Alpha. Don't do it.
Make sure you greet folks with a cheerful quee. They may not understand you, but at least they'll know you mean no harm.
Sometimes 2 minutes, that's true. The moment I seen Alpha, I was like, if anyone hurts them, they're all dead. You know, honestly, I thought something bad. I thought... Oh. I might have spoke too soon. Oh, that's the OMG, isn't it? Yeah. I was just about to say, I thought Alpha might have died at some point, maybe at the end, like sacrificing itself, but I'm glad I was wrong. How come Alpha gets an OMG and I don't? Of course he wants to take on his adventures. We all turn into John Wick. Absolutely. And off they go. Is this when Alpha finally talks? Thank you, Desmond. I'm off to see the world. I knew he was going to talk. I knew it. Now, see if I actually had fixed my my deep voice effect, I would have put that on for that. They actually gave Alpha boots, yeah. Protecting his feet, you never know what he's going to get into. Yeah, me and the Chocobo just communicated telepathically. Don't worry about it. I'm not crazy, I swear. That's strange. The Echo never allowed you to understand it before. It's just a theory, mind you, but assuming the absence of a soul is what prevented you from hearing Alpha's voice in the first place. And does it not follow that the reason you hear it now is... he has a soul? Aye, a little miracle. It explains his sudden urge to travel. Alpha's a real boy now? Oh my god. Who knew Alpha was actually Pinocchio? Holy shit. This world is brim with unseen wonders. Just don't go to Limbs of Lamins, Alpha, please. You don't know what you're getting into. Don't do it. We should have warned him before he went. Ah, god damn it. Bauman's Adventurer Guild. Oh. I may need to visit that one day, see what's about. I've heard Bauman's name before. There he is. The crook. The man who stole all the money. And so your journey begins. I almost envy you, Alpha. So many new things for you to discover. Speaking of which, what terrible marvels can I trouble my old friend with next? He's already thinking about the next scheme. Absolute bastard. So they are off, eager and able, these new explorers. Venture onto this brave new world. What wonders will they discover? What dangers will they face? None can say. One thing is for certain, theirs will be the greatest of adventures. I hope Alpha has a good time, wherever he goes. Oh god. Alpha, don't put the OMG in the water. This portion is completely orchestrated. Yeah, definitely some original music there. Oh, Finn. Oh, that's it. Game over, boys. We're done. We finished Final Fantasy XIV. But there was also a shooting star there. I don't know if that was maybe a reference to something. But hey, we beat the game. It said Finn. We're done. We're done. Right, I need to go and speak with Jesse. Quite the lengthy cutscene at the end there. I hope Alpha enjoys his adventures. There's so much danger out there for one little chocobo. I'm sure he'll be fine, and dwelling on such things is not productive in the least. Why don't we discuss a happier subject like your long-awaited bonus? Hell yeah. We drained the coffers to fund your expedition. Why settle for coin when you can have the latest in automaton technology? We're gifting you a premium mammoth. One-of-a-kind master model for... Okay. Oh. I was just about to say, is it the alpha? Yeah. Ending. Just ending. It's ended. I'm guessing those are the music that we just heard. You did it, thank you. I mean, let's be honest. I couldn't have done it without you guys actually carrying me. A new chapter of New Game Plus has been done. There we go. God, this inventory. It's awful. Well, it only makes sense to get him out. I do like how his behaviour is independent. It makes sense. And now, it's time for some savages. Nah, I'm just joking. We're not doing that. Couldn't have done that without the Red Mage Limit Break free. Especially the time it got us killed. That was fun. But yeah. And that's us done the Omega. And yeah, I can definitely say the Omega. Definitely the best raid so far. Without a doubt. You're able to see Alpha and OMG in the open world? Really? Like, are they just randomly out and about? Like, they can just randomly spawn? That's the whole point of Red Mage Limit Break free. To basically get yourself killed. Just gonna disband this party. I keep forgetting that's the wrong one. It's this one I mean, Neil. Because I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. Can't wait for the Shadowbrenner raids. We'll get there in time. Oh my god. Well, that was scary. You've seen them at the hot springs? Oh, Stormblood Alliance raids. Okay. Yeah, I was going to actually bring that up. Do you guys want me to stream that? Because, I don't know. I was happy just playing it off stream in my own time. But it's up to you guys, because I mean, I know we do have to get quite a lot of people to do it. And the last time we did the Heavensward ones, there was a bit of waiting to actually find other players. So I just thought of, obviously, you know, time-wise. I do definitely want to do them, but it's just a case of, should I stream them or should I just get back into the MSQ? Because I really want to get back into the MSQ. I really want to see, like, where we go from here and all that. Even if you do them off stream, still summon us in the Discord, yeah. It would be cool to stream them. Yeah, I was just thinking because also the last time it took a wee bit of time to actually get a full group to do them, like the times that we did stream them. But I do want to do them. But I'm just thinking about for your guys' enjoyment, you know, because obviously you're the guys that watch the streams and that. But anyways, I'll think about it and then obviously we'll come up with a plan and all that. But, yeah. Since we're already here, might as well get a wee photo and then we'll call it there. So it is after 12, it's getting on. The trial series, yeah. We need to do the trial series as well. I'd imagine that'll be available when we start doing the patch stuff. Get enough in, we'll fill up a lot of the raid. Queue should not be too bad, yeah. I might have to just obviously set a proper like time and date and then just post it in the Discord. If any of you guys are new watchers, by the way, if you go down at the bottom, there's a link to the Discord and you should be able just to get in there. Obviously, if you want to keep an idea of when streams are and what's happening and all that, then obviously you can do that. The trials might be open already too. Trials are already available. Okay. That's definitely something we can do as well. But we'll see. I'll obviously have a wee think about it and see what I want to do next. I mean, there's plenty for me to do. I do want to do a... Excuse me. I do want to do a video kind of like what I did with the Stormblood one. But obviously do it for the Omega raids. And then also, I'm obviously thinking about doing one for Heavensward, since I obviously haven't posted much about Heavensward on the YouTube channel. Discord invite link, yeah. There you go. Pink has got it there in the chat. But yeah, that's the plan anyway, guys. So I'll obviously let you guys know in the Discord and on Twitter and all that stuff. And yeah, in the meantime, I'll just be working on videos and that like I usually do. And yeah, now obviously by the end of the week, I'll let you know the schedule for next week. If we are going to do the trials, if we are going to do the Alliance raids, or if we're just going to get back into the MSQ. I'll let you guys know. But anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for obviously carrying me through the raids. I really enjoyed them. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.